stuff. I have no idea what to call it. It just looked good. So I'm going to be cooking on the back burner today because I have to line the camera up and I'm freakishly tall, so anyway, you're going to take some spelt berries. I got mine from the local co-op. I'm going to throw in indeterminate amount in. Yeah, that looks, I can go a little bit more. So you can tell I'm really big on measuring. So roundabout, you know, kind of, I'm guessing there's like a half cup in there or something. So I'm going to cook this little thing up to high, and I'm going to throw some water in. Yeah, and into that water, I'm going to throw 2 vegan bouillon cubes. Usually I like to use the Rapunzel bouillon, specifically because you can get the no salt added variety, and I really despise anything that's salted because to me that's, you know, a personal thing based off of your palate. So I'm going to be using the vegan bouillon, no salt added, and this is really great for if you're going to do anything with kind of a poultry flavor in vegan cooking. And sometimes I will actually use, they have another kind that is more of a garlic base that I will sometimes combine with this particular one, and that will give me almost like a straight up chicken flavor. But for today I'm just going to be using kind of the standard no salt variety. So I'm going to throw that in. Okay, yeah, I do have the right burner on. That helps to check that too. So I'm going to get that going. And that, now I wait. Overall, this is a great little dish because you can either have it as a main dish or as a side dish depending on how lazy you're feeling. And generally, I mean, like, this would be like a main dish for me a lot of times because a lot of times, I don't know, I'm just kind of snacky. But it's a great little thing for, you know, as the weather starts to get cold and you want something warm. So, and it's because it's a whole grain, you don't have to be as worried about it as you would, you know, something that's heavily processed. So, yeah, so you can't really see what's going on in the pan here. That's why I have my good old trusty camera phone. So I'm going to take a cool, awesome picture of it, and I'm going to edit it in. I hope if I can actually select the right thing. Okay, I'll just go with the standard photo. I will try not to be too ridiculously artsy about it. Actually, it might help if I just turn the flash on, because then I won't get my shadow. Okay. Mmm, tasty. And the nice thing about when you have a whole berry like spelt or rye or oats is it really, a lot of people don't know this, it actually cooks up a lot like rice would. So you can kind of use it as any kind of like a side dish that you would usually use like rice for. So it's kind of a nice alternative. I've never actually, this is the first time I've cooked with spelt berries. But I have actually cooked rye berries before. It's kind of one of my little side things. And rye berries are nice because they have kind of a nutty flavor. Spelt, I'm guessing, is going to have kind of a wheat flavor since it's in the wheat family. So obviously if you're allergic to gluten, don't go near the spelt, pick something else. But it's still, you know, a great little grain there if you're cool with it. So that started to really boil, and the broth is round about perfect. So right about now I'm going to add a can of peeled tomatoes in juice diced, no salt added. Yeah. I just pretty much threw the whole can in because, you know, it's just, life is just too complicated. You need to make things easy. So I'm going to let that kind of cook down and boil down a bit. And I'm also going to throw some basil in. I don't know why the timer was on. People do things to the stove when I'm not looking, I swear. So, I'm going to throw some basil in. And then it's pretty generous. I'm just guessing that that's probably about 2 tablespoons worth because I really like my basil. It's kind of on a good roll. So I'm basically, at this point, I probably will turn this down a little bit. I'm going to let it kind of come back up to a boil again. I'm going to taste it because tasting is important. You know, of course, be careful if it's hot to blow on it because you don't want to burn your tongue. But that's really how you get a feel for if it's going to taste good or not, or kind of what flavor's going to be and what you can throw in to make it work. So, I mean, like I could throw some onions or something into this, but overall I really like it. It has a really good strong tomato and basil flavor. The acidity of the tomato is playing really well with kind of the sweetness of the basil. And the bouillon kind of adds like a nice sort of rich background flavor to it. So, basically, I think I'm done seasoning it because it's really good right now. If you wanted a little extra pizzazz, you could throw in some hot pepper, like a few dashes of cayenne, or if you really like spicy, a whole lot of dashes of cayenne. Or like some Tabasco sauce, you could throw in some chilies, because this is the type of dish where it would be really easy to go spicy with it. So, that's a possibility for those who like really, really spicy food. Or kind of spicy food, I don't know. Basically, that's a good rolling boil, and I'm going to turn this down to about medium right about now, and I'm just going to let that simmer for probably the next 20 or 30 minutes, around about when the grain looks like it's puffed up and it's kind of ready to eat. When it's soft, and I'll do another taste test to see. It might only be about 15 minutes. I'm horrible at time. So, you can kind of see it's the spelt is starting to kind of expand and fluff and everything. And there's a few different ways that you can cook the spelt, but this is sort of my lazy way of doing it. So I'm going to let that kind of simmer, and then I'll see you real quick when it's done. So we're going to taste the food and see how it all went. Pick one.
I'll pick this one.
Pick your poison.
I'll pick my poison. Oh, this looks good. Did you put some bacon bits?
Of course.
On the top. This looks really good.
Yeah, that's a salad.
Mmm.
And that's kind of my vegan-y, southwestern-y kind of
dressing. Is delicious. Mmm. Oh, what is this? Is this?
That's the spelt stuff. I haven't named it yet.
I don't know if we could maybe call it a salad, but maybe it could be like a spelt stew.
Well, stew's usually thick with like a gravy or something.
Oh, this is delicious. This is like, you know how Spanish rice tastes?
Vaguely.
Only this is just much tastier.
Well, I'm granted it has a little bit of a smoky taste because I kind of burned it, but
there's a burnt smell. Our house doesn't smell well unless there's a burnt smell in it.
Okay.
Well, you don't normally burn things, but I do.
Anyway.
Oh, this is just really scrumptious.
So overall, how would you rate it?
I really, really like the salad. And I would say the spelt is an 8 out of 10.
Okay, cool.